Hello, everyone, and it's my honor to have Zach into this interview. So basically, this developer interview have the chance to let me interview the developers who actually created the new interesting applications. So Zach, how about you introduce yourself?
Hey guys, my name is Zacharias Wallen. I go by Zach. I'm from Seattle. Right now, I'm currently living in California, but I created the app What You Bumpin'. And the idea came to me in 2016 as I was, thinking, what do you even talk to people about? And it arose to me music. Hey, the question was, what you bumping, right? WYB, it's an app on the App Store. It's a social media platform where you can share music from any platform, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud. And you could find people based on the music they listen to and find new music through this avenue. And
So,
this let us
so
decover.
Zach, this is interesting. Your app's name WYB is pretty cool. It sounds like a Chinese name, right? You know.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. Yeah, the name is it's a slang term, right? So that's where it came from, right? It's not what song are you listening to, it's what you bumping.
Ah, cool.
And so we're building a place where it's kind of a niche marketplace for people who love music, and a place for artists to really connect with their fans. So the NFT marketplace will be perfect for this that we're building in, because imagine artists who blew up on SoundCloud, right? If
Mhm.
you were able to purchase one of their songs before they blew up,
Mhm.
and then it's some huge artist, and you were like, hey, I own this song, their day one song from What You Bumping. That would be a big deal. That would be a
That's
big deal.
amazing.
And from an artist standpoint as well, you mint your song as an NFT and you build some smart contracts in there that helps in with royalties, right? So if somebody buys your song from you and then they're going to use it in their blog or in a TV show or YouTube video, you would immediately get a spiff of the revenue that they're generating.
That's very cool idea. So Zach, actually, we just discussed a little bit about the how the music and the NFT ID came together, but I believe some of the audience they might didn't get it because when everybody heard about NFT, it's automatically about the digital collectibles, which is
Mhm.
some crypto kitties or cyberpunk. So our audience, when they come to our Plus Developer Conference, they know the NFT by the tickets, by each of the every day they have a badge,
Right.
and so they already have some bigger idea about NFT is not just about the digital collectibles. It's also about something that can be useful as a ticket. Now they have the new interesting idea about the NFT of the music. What will the NFT of the music looks like, and what's your vision for that?
So NFT is in music. Our idea right now is that What You Bumpin' is an app on the App Store, and we're going to be developing it for the Android Google Play Store as well. But the idea is that you have your music, you're able to bring it to your Dropbox, a file for a song that you have not yet put out to the world, or you could bring it to your iPhone files. And we've spoken to some artists, and we've talked to them about what the best method for them would be. And this is what they told us. It'd be very easy for them to upload from Dropbox to the app. Doing that, we're going to use ABT, right, to mint the song with a unique code.
Mhm.
Upon that, we're going to give the artist an ability to upload a photo with their song. So, you're technically getting two NFTs, right? You're getting the album art as well as the song.
Cool.
The artist will get to create the smart contract when they create the NFT. So they'll say, hey, when people purchase this from you, if they're going to use it, what type of spiff do you want to build in for yourself? Or even if you're releasing a whole album or a song that has maybe you didn't produce the song yourself, but you have a producer, you have somebody who made the beat. Those people should get a cut of the spiff as well, and that could easily be put into the create NFT, page itself. So when they mint the NFT, all of these parameters are already built in.
That's amazing, right? So imagine in the future, I can not only buy the song, but also I buy the digital art for the photos album. I probably can even some of the singers or artists they can create some video or content stories about how they get the idea, right? So uh,
Exactly.
yeah, so it's
Exactly.
it's kind of like a whole new industry of the whole new format of the music.
It's really opening the doors for music. Yeah. The music industry is one where the artist usually kind of gets the short end of the stick, right? In history, the people who own the music, which nowadays music ownership is way bigger, but usually it was the label who owned all of the artist's music. Um, and so this is going to be a big new wave of, hey, not only do you own all your music, but you're going to be able to mint it with a cryptocurrency unique blockchain. Somebody won't be able to just steal that beat from you and rip it. You'll have that spiff built in where if they're using it, you're gonna get some of that.
Yeah. I think this also solve the problem for the consumers. Let's say, for example, imagine, so I some of the song I really loved, and I actually bought many times, right? I bought the tape, and then I bought the CD, right? I then bought the DVD version. I bought the MP3 version from the iTunes, and today now I have Spotify, I have Apple Music.
Right.
So basically, that song I already own it many years ago, but I have to guess what, I have to pay them again, right? I don't even know if the artist himself actually get paid. Actually, as a consumer, I actually already paid a few times. If that become NFT, I probably only need to pay once, right?
You pay once and then you own it, right? And then maybe in the future, if you were to want to, let's say you purchased an artist song when he was young, you found out about him early and then he blows up, maybe you want to resell that song if it, it'll have some more value to it. So not only will WYB allow artists to mint their songs, but it'll also give them a marketplace to sell their songs.
That sounds amazing. So how did you get these ideas? So especially, I know you already worked on the WYB for a while, but how did you get the idea to kind of combine the NFT together with the music?
So, we want, right now, WYB, you don't listen to music in the app. It takes you back to the platform where you generally listen to music from, right? So it's more of a social media for music. But we love the idea of you mint a song in the app and then you're able to listen to the song in the app as well, right? As a preview for fans, right? So that way what you're buying. You're able to listen to the song. So this is how the idea came about. It's just the evolution of the app What You Bump. What You Bumpin' is the social media for music. And while there are some platforms that are doing NFTs for music, it's just one category. This is going to be a specific place just for the niche music NFTs, which is a huge marketplace.
Yeah, I saw one of the NFT music is kind of like using the digital data that you remix, that turned to something really interesting. I can't say it's strictly music. It's a kind of you remix a bunch of sounds together that turn into one of the NFT, right? So that I saw these kind of things before. And Elon Musk also tweeted that he's going to turn some NFT music into an NFT. Did you get inspired by that, or Elon Musk steal your idea?
Oh yeah, I mean a little bit of inspiration, right? But they say nothing new is under the sun. We know, NFT, the term came out in 2015, and it's really been exploding as of late. My development for What You Bump In, when I had the idea for it, I was a younger man, and it took me quite a few years to build my first app. But now the process has really, come along, and we're in a place where we're able to kind of, move with the market instead of behind it. We saw Twitter and Instagram come out in 2010, 2015. What You Bumpin' came out, 2019. So we have all these NFT marketplaces opening up. What You Bumpin' is going to be in that, it's going to be in that form of, an NFT machine for you to mint your place if you're an artist, and for you to resell it if you're somebody who purchased the song. So a place for the consumers and the actual artists.
It's cool, and also it's for the young generation, right? So
yes, sir.
Yeah, so I think today's the younger generation, so they're born to be, they're native to the blockchain, native to the NFT, right? Not like the older generation, like me, like use the first time when I heard about music is from the tape, right? And right. And even I played a little bit like the LP, which is a huge disc that probably you can't buy anywhere. And then from the tape to the CD to the MP3 to the DVD, many things happen. So NFT is relatively a very new concept for a lot of people like me, but it's for the younger generation is basically you're native to this.
Yeah, well, hey, if we remember, when music sharing, file sharing first became a thing, the NFT is really kind of, that's a solver of that problem. You can't, Napster isn't out there anymore, right? In the same sense that it was. There were a bunch of sites where people could just upload the files But if it's you say you want to mint a one of a song, or you say you're going to mint 50,000 copies, it's the same idea with the CDs somewhat, but the CDs were physical, right? So if, how many CDs were printed of that album that you love, you owned one of however many copies they printed, so it makes it rare. And the NFTs, it's a perfect thing for songs and music, and it opens up that whole door of smart contracts already being built in, everyone getting the share of the song or the album that they built for for what it's sold for. I remember a few years ago, we saw the Wu-Tang Clan, and they sold an album, a one-of-one copy of their final album for $2 million.
Wow.
And then it was taken off the marketplace by the guy who purchased it. So it creates this aura of like, man, I wish I could have heard that, right? So
that's interesting. And also, there's an old school thing is in the past, actually, I have a few CDs. They still have the singers or the musicians. They have the signature on the CD. So the CD probably only sold for at the time for maybe like $10 at the time. But I bought that probably for $100 at the time because there's a signature on the CD, which is pretty fun.
Right. And yeah, the unique code that ABT will generate on that is a signature, right? It's that cryptocurrency signature. So on What You Bumpin', we we're going to have our own verified. It's going to be called a What You Bumpin' official. And it'll be a way for artists to, distinguish themselves just from normal accounts, right? So that way, for sure you're buying the song from a, legitimate artist, right? And not somebody who's who's trying to impersonate them.
That's cool. So I can't wait to see your application built on top of our Arbla platform. So Arbla, we invest a lot, and we see the NFT as a big feature in many ways. So I really appreciate that you bring the music to NFT on top of our Arbla platform.
Thank you for having me on here, sir. And I'm very much so looking forward to bring What You Bumpin' up with NFTs. So very excited.
Yeah, that's cool. It's very nice to have you here. And let me and all the audience expecting that you make a huge hit in the future.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, thank you very much again, sir.
You're welcome. Cool. I think that we're good.
Good.